everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. So today I am talking about some very high vibration crystals. And these are crystals that you can access some very deep guidance with. So I haven't talked about these in quite some time, so I'm going to share some of these with you today. There's 4. And I know some of you have these already, and some of you are already experimenting with these already. But if you do have some of these crystals, start working with them and see what kind of guidance and information you can tap into. So I'm going to get into that. So today I'm talking about high vibration crystals, which 4 different types: Elestial, Cathedral Lightbrary, Devic Temple, and Euphoralite is now on the list. That is rather new, but it is on the list for accessing higher realms. So that's our chat for today. Let me grab this book. Some of this information is already in this book, but I'm going to talk a little bit more about it. If you want to tap into some deeper guidance using crystals, these are really good crystals to do that with. So let me know if you're here and all sounds well. I don't see any comments, so hopefully this is working well today. I don't know, technology is still a little questionable. We are coming close to being out of retrograde, and we have really paid the price with this one this time. So let's just see, let's just move on. So if you have any questions along the way, please post them. I hope I can see them. I don't know if I will. But first I want to start with the Devic Temple. Now this is my personal Devic Temple. A Devic Temple is a quartz. It can be a citrine. I've had citrines come through here recently. Clear quartz, smoky quartz. I imagine, I've not seen a smoky quartz with it. And I imagine probably also amethyst could possibly hold those qualities, although I'm not seeing it in amethyst. I've only seen it in clear quartz and citrine so far. So we'll see what happens in the future. It is a quartz that has many, 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 many natural inclusions that have the appearance of spiritual looking beings in there, like this. It's got it looks like feathers, it looks like wings, it looks like butterflies, it looks like fairies, angels. I mean, it's countless. This, and it's got some other minerals in here, but the deciding factor is that it's got a lot of natural inclusions that have wispy looking, spiritual looking beings in it. I learned about this from Katrina Raphael's book Crystalline Transmission, and she talks about higher vibration crystals in that book. And this is one that she mentioned in there, and I didn't know about it until I read about it. And then when I got this, I thought, oh my goodness, it's wonderful to work with the Devic Temple. Now, a Devic Temple is to access higher realms for information, guidance, direction, anything that you need help with. Now the divas, D-E-V-A, not diva in Hollywood, divas are the realm that come through, that you can channel through the Devic Temple crystal. The divas are spirit guides that come through and give you guidance. I can already hear these ones chattering. They're not the same ones each time, and it's a group of spirit guides that come to help you with whatever it is that you're inquiring about, or need direction about, or need help with, something like that. They're not our personal spirit guides, like our personal angel or our personal animal totem, the ones that are always with us. These are ones that come and go with, and they go to others, but they're always accessible. whomever is available at that time are accessible through the Devic Temple crystal. Now the divas, I quite often, because I always ask in meditation, when a new spirit arrives in meditation, I ask, who is this? And I do that with this too. And they have quite honestly told me, we are not your personal spirit guide. We are just here to help you with whatever it is that you need help with. And so they won't give me their name associated with that spirit, or any personal information associated with that spirit. So it's very interesting, but it is very helpful. And they will give you guidance if you are open to receiving guidance. They will provide you with answers if you're open to, receiving answers. They will tell you, quite frankly, if you're not to have information at this time about a particular thing that you're going through, they'll tell you straight out. You need to figure it out for yourself, or we can tell you a little bit about this, or we can tell you the whole thing, why, So, or they'll say, come back a little later and ask that again. It's not for us to give to you right now. So, they're very straightforward. They're very, they have personalities. They do. It's interesting because some of them are quite chatty. Some of them are very just straightforward answers, and some of them are just quiet and answer when ready. So they're all very different. They're as different as we are. So, hi, Lori, welcome. So the Devic Temple crystal is very, very, very interesting to work with. If you get one, if you have one, meditate with it. Spend some time with it. Go into meditation and hold it. Something this big, I just lay on my side and put my hand on it because it's heavy. So go into meditation with it and ask for guidance or a specific question, or what is it you're trying to learn about a situation, whatever the case may be for you. And listen for answers. Listen for voice. Pay attention to words, sounds, a knowingness, how we all receive answers differently. And so you might see things, you might have a vision, or you might see colors, or you might see like what flashes by of like a movie screen with information, or you might find yourself in a scenario or something like that. Pay attention to what happens in the meditation when using these higher vibration crystals, because it is a different experience for everyone. And keep a journal nearby too, because when you come out of the meditation, write down everything that you felt, that you noticed, that you saw, that you heard, everything. Write it all down, because if you don't quite understand the answer, you can start to put the pieces together later. So, and do it continually until you really feel that connection too. It can take a little bit of time to get into that deeper connection with the higher vibration crystals to get to the higher realms. The more you meditate, the more you use the crystals with it, the more you'll be able to do that, the more you'll be able to access that. Give yourself time and patience. It took me about 6 weeks to finally talk to my angel the very first time, but after that time, I've been able to talk to her every single time in meditation. So give yourself time to reach that point. It's a learning process. It's a learning process of how to access higher realms. So that's the Devic Temple. Hi, Shirley, welcome. Hi, Debbie, welcome. Angela, welcome, welcome. So that's a little bit about the Devic Temple. Very special crystal, very, very special. I was told not to share this crystal during its energy, during like healing sessions. So I have certain crystals I use for healing sessions, and I use certain crystals for guidance. This is one strictly for guidance. So I respect what I am told with it, and I respect those who come through, and I respect those moments that I share with it too. It really is a remarkable experience, so give it a try. The next one I want to share with you is Elestial. I know a lot of you have Elestials. It's a little bit more affordable. The Devic Temples are expensive. Elestials are a little bit more affordable, and they come in a wide range of I don't know, variation. Sometimes they polish them, and they polish them into points, so you see the layers of Elestial growth inside a polished point, or you can get them where you see it where they didn't polish it. It's just in its raw state, like this one. Elestial is growth. It's quartz that grows in layers and layers, and it is very, very good to access past life information, soul purpose information, soul connection information. Now, this is something, if you have a group of a healing circle or a spiritual circle that you can do, you can use Elestials in a group setting. You can place like a bigger one in the center of a circle, or each person hold one and go into a quiet time and ask the question, what is our soul connection? Or what is our soul purpose? Or what is a past life connection that we might share? And you can do that with the Elestial. It is a very good tool to use in a group setting. Or by yourself, you can do that too. By doing so, you can access past life information. Why would you want to access past life information? Well, maybe you're struggling with something during this lifetime that you need answers for, that a past life can provide answers for. Sometimes there's a karmic thing that comes through that you need to clear and understand. And maybe you're at the point in your life now that you really need to understand something. So accessing past life might help you do so. I've done many past life regressions where I've accessed so many different ones, and each one has provided me answers with what I needed to know that point in time in my life. Maybe I needed to work on my self-confidence. Maybe I needed to speak my truth. Maybe I needed to step up for myself. Maybe I needed to, whatever it is, you know. So accessing past life can really provide some answers of what you might need to know this point in time. So you can do that with an Elestial. I have a smaller one too, and smaller ones work fine as well. So if you have a smaller piece, you can use it by yourself in meditation or in a group setting, like I said. I have used Elestials with friends in meditation together. We sat side by side, each holding a Elestial, or there's been a time where we each set our hand on an Elestial. And we went into the meditation with the purpose of finding our soul connection. And we were able to access that. We saw ourselves differently, but we were able to convey it in such a way that we both understood. And we saw ourselves together in different times and how we connected in different times. And it was quite remarkable. We also did that with past life too. So you can use this in that kind of setting. Again, it takes a little practice. If you're not used to meditation, you really need to meditate often to get to that point, to allow yourself to be open to that higher, deeper meditation, higher realms. The deeper you go into meditation, the higher the realms you can access. And it's unlimited. It truly is unlimited. You can access any spirit guide, any realm, anything, if you have your heart set on it, if you want to, if you want to access that point. So let's see what we've got here. I think the comments are finally working. So I've got Mitra, welcome. I've got Rachel, hello. Carol, hello. Danielle, hello. Betty, welcome, welcome. Sending you love and light, Betty. I'll put you on my prayer list too. I'm hoping you'll feel better soon. Carol, do I know a good past life regression therapist? Not personally. I have accessed it through hypnosis. I have accessed it through crystals. Since I meditate often now, I can access it anytime that I feel the need to do so. You can go to hypnotherapy. You can do it yourself. There are CDs. Brian Weiss has some, talk you through it. I would advise to check him out if you want to do it yourself. But a personal person, I don't have anybody that I can recommend personally. So you can listen to the CDs like Brian Weiss. He has a good one, Mirrors Through Time or something like that. So, and he is very, very experienced in this past life regression. So something to consider with that one. Carol, perfect timing for this. All right. Welcome, Mary. Hello, Linda, and everybody else. Welcome, Paula. Welcome, Paula. Welcome, everybody. So, yeah, so Elestial is something that you can use in a group setting. And again, give yourself some time, but be open to receiving whatever kind of information that comes to you. And do it, if you want to do it with a friend, do it with a trusted friend who believes that you both can do and access this kind of thing together with the Elestial. And it doesn't have to be a big one. It can be a small one. They're the bigger, the more powerful the energy, of course. But these are such high vibration crystals that you can access with a small piece too. I just happen to like this one. So I am very attracted to Elestials. I love them. So the next one on the list today is, and Paula, I don't know if you were here at the beginning, but I did talk about the Devic Temple. Please share your experiences with the Devic Temple, what you've seen with it, what you've, if you wish, you don't have to, what you've experienced with it, and what you think about it overall. So, do you put up a protection bubble, etc.? It's a good idea, Carol, if you do that every day. I do that every day, regardless. So yes, you probably should do that, and only ask only the spirits of love and light that come to you to come to you. Yes. So at the beginning, ask, please, only spirits of love and light, please come to me for guidance. So I do ask for protection every single day. I put it around myself every single day, several times a day. So it's a good practice to do. It is just a good practice to do. And it's a good idea to do that during meditation anyway. So you're just, it's like a normal thing, you know. And the love and light will always protect you from anything. It's the most powerful. So, yeah. Linda, please share your experience with the Elestial if you don't mind. If you don't want to, that's fine. I respect that. But please share your experiences with this, because it really is truly an amazing experience. If you can tap into these other realms, it truly is an amazing experience. And the more you do it, the more you'll be able to access other realms. I have been in the Master's Chamber where there is, Jesus is there, Buddha is there, it's the Masters, the Ascended Masters. I've talked to Buddha, I've talked to so many angels, I've talked to so many divas, I've talked to Source Energy, God, Creator, Source Energy. It's just many goddesses. I've accessed many goddesses and gods. It's incredible. It's incredible. And they're here to help us on our path. They're here to help us on our path. So it's really awesome. It's an awesome experience. And the first time it might blow your mind, like, wow, did that really happen? Yes, it did. It did happen. And it will happen. The more and more you work with it, the more and more you will access this information and these realms. Paula says, your angel came with Jesus and you were so emotional you can just bow your head. It was amazing. You will be brave next time. I think that's beautiful, though, because I feel very humbled also, Paula, that when I access this information, I am very humbled that I have the privilege of doing so, of speaking to these beings. It's like, wow. But they don't have this egotistical, hierarchy that we place them upon. They are all love and light, and they are there to help us. They want to help us. They, just as simple as asking them, to help us. They'll help us. You don't have to get into the meditation part if you don't want to. You can ask any spirit guide to help us with anything at all. So it's humbling to be able to access this, but they don't see it that way. They see it as love. They see us as love, and they are love. So I find it very interesting how we put our humanness component to it, you know. So, yeah. Hey, Sherry. That was with the clear Devic, yeah. Linda, you connect with the Archangel Michael and Uriel. It's amazing. It is an amazing experience. It really is an amazing experience. Yes. Truly. So, yeah, they have no ego. They have no... And I find myself bowing all the time. You know that. I shared that in this book. When I created this book, I tapped into the spirits. After every session, I bowed my head in thanks and walked out backwards, like showing respect. I think it's a form of us showing respect. And, but it's part of us. And it shows that we do respect their guidance and we do appreciate what they do for us, you know. So, yeah. Carol H., you asked them, never heard back though, but I know they're there. Yes, keep asking, keep asking. Ask them to help you hear. Try that. Ask them to help you hear what you need to hear. So, the next one I wanted to share is Cathedral Lightbrary. Cathedral Lightbrary, this is mine. This is characteristic of a main point with growth on the outer side of the main point. These are harder to find, more expensive again. This has been with me for several years. I've done many group meditations in person with this. This holds the Akashic records, past, present, and future of all life. And during our group sessions, I would talk us through getting to that point. I might do a live stream on this, accessing this. I've talked about it before, I just forget. Where we are all together, when I did it in person, we all sat around in a circle and this sat in the center. And I talked everybody going into a deep meditation state, relaxed state, and then I would guide everybody to access the records, the Hall of Records, the library. And it was an amazing experience for everyone in the group. And after the session, we would all go in a circle and explain what we saw or felt or heard or experienced. Because again, everybody experiences things differently. And you can hear things, you can see things, you just might have a knowingness, you might have visions, you know, it's different for everybody. So we went in a circle and listened to everybody's, you know, experience, and I would go last. And when I go into these also, when I talk everybody through this, I would see everybody in the circle, and I would see them in the Hall of Records, and I would tell them what I saw. And then we would compare. One particular time we did this, there was a young lady, I'd say she was probably 17. She and I sat across from each other, and her mother was on one side, and a couple other people were on another side. And we did this Cathedral Lightbrary meditation. And we went through the whole process. And then afterwards we compared what everybody saw. And what she saw and what I saw mirrored. It was exactly the same. It was incredible. Incredible. Again, it takes a little time. It takes a little practice to reach that level. I suggest you meditate every day. And the deeper you go in meditation, the more likely you will start to access these things. You really have to be in a very deep state of meditation to access these things. You have to clear away the junk that you're dealing with, your thoughts, you know. So it truly is a remarkable experience. So I'll think about putting together a live event using this, and with the intention of it, you know, people accessing it distantly, as that's not even a word. But there's distance healing, so there can be distance access, I believe. So we will work on that maybe early in the year, maybe in December. I don't know, soon. We'll see. So Cathedral Lightbrary is truly a remarkable experience. I don't come across these very often, and these are harder to find. These are more expensive. Let me get a quick sip of water, sorry. But it really is a wonderful way to access information about what you need for guidance, what you need help with, what you need to know right now in your life, that kind of thing. So, yeah, if you're able to get a hold of one of these, I'll see if I can find more in Arizona. When I heard about this, I also read about this in Katrina Raphael's Crystalline Transmission book. When I read about it, I was like, I have to get myself one of those. So I was on the hunt everywhere. I went everywhere I could find. That's before I was even going to the Tucson show. And it took me a long time to find one of these, and I was grateful. I finally did. And it's got some dings and dents, but boy, I tell you, it works beautifully. It's beautiful. It is so beautiful. This is called a Cathedral Lightbrary. Lightbrary, holding the light in a library setting. So, yeah, it's truly remarkable. Yeah, beautiful. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Yes, that would be awesome. Yeah, I will work on putting together an event for us to do that together. And it is a very special experience. So, and then I would love to hear your thoughts on that too when we do that. So, yeah, we'll do that. Betty, you have one of the first ones you showed, the Devic Temple or the Elestial? I can't remember what all you have, everybody. Sedona probably has a lot of very interesting things. Yeah. The next one on the list is new to all of us. Well, I shouldn't say all of us. New to me is, this is now in the same grouping, is Euphoralite. This can help you access the deep realms for information and guidance. I am actually using Euphoralite to access the depths of my soul. I'm writing about it, and I'm journaling the whole thing, and it's going to be, I don't know, it's an ongoing thing until I know it's finished. So I'm using Euphoralite to get to that level. So you can use your Euphoralite, those of you who have it, to access a very, very deep meditation state, to access, again, guidance, direction, answers, even deep healing. This is really good for deep healing as well. So Euphoralite, let's set some of these down, is rather new to the crystal market because it's not in the mainstream publications. There is some information online about it, but very little. I've talked to the owner of the mine directly, and he's given me some information that I will start to share coming up soon as well. He has given me a way to use these that I'm going to share with you soon in the next few weeks. I am using all 5, Paula. I don't think it's necessary. When I started these deep meditations, I started off with these 2, and I have since incorporated all 5. So I think that it's very possible to access a very deep state of meditation with 1 or 2 or any of those, any combination of those. to get to that state, that level of the deep meditation where you want to be to access information or healing on the very deepest level. So, Carol, when you go to a deep, do you need someone to help you? If you're feeling fearful about that, I don't have any fear of that. I've been meditating for so long that it's second nature to me. I can see how some people can have concerns about that. If you are having concerns about that, make sure you put yourself in the bubble of protective light. Ask Archangel to help you, assist you through the whole process. And ask your angels and guides to help you feel comfortable with the level that you're at. Don't force anything. Don't force it. If you're not ready to go there, don't go there. I'm just suggesting this is an awesome place to experiment with if you're ready. If you're not ready, respect that. And that's okay. Not everybody is ready to do this, and that's okay. But if you are ready and if you are excited about trying something like this, then use some of these deeper ones and try it and see. I don't know of anybody that's ever stayed in that deep meditation. I don't know personally. I always come out of meditation when I'm meant to come out of it. Even in these deep states, when I'm doing this, the very deep state that I'm working on right now, I get to a point where I know the session needs to finish. And then I just allow myself to come back to reality. And one thing I do want to point out is with any of these, all of these that I mentioned today, the Devic, the Elestial, Cathedral Lightbrary, and the Euphoralite, all of them, it is possible you might feel dizzy or lightheaded afterwards. Make sure you use a black tourmaline. I'd suggest is the best. Hold it as long as you need to clear that dizziness away, because you really did access a deeper part of you, and it can be kind of unsteady. It can make you feel unsteady afterwards until you get used to it. I felt that way the very first time I used this, and it's kind of unusual for me now because I can use all of these without that feeling. But the very first time I started using the high vibration crystals, I was like, whoa, I feel like, whoa, like, whoa, hold a good piece of raw tourmaline with you in your hand. I carry it in my pocket if I need to, until you don't feel that dizziness any longer. So, okay. Yeah. Sharon, it's so peaceful you don't want to come back sometimes. Yes, it is such a very peaceful place. And the more you access peace like that, the more you can heal your physical issues, mental issues, emotional issues that might be, in your way. The more you access that peace, that is a key component of healing anything. Accessing that peace. That is the very first step in self-healing. Of course, medical disclaimer, if you need to seek medical advice, psychological advice, please do so. This is not a replacement for medical care. But if you are able to find such deep, profound peace within every single day, you're going to start seeing changes in your life. Physical, mental, emotional, material, everything will change if you are able to access peace in your life. So, Paula, you get what you asked for. Be specific. I have you're getting with brave with questions. Awesome, Paula. I can't wait to hear more about your experiences with this too. And yes, go into it with an intention of feeling safe, secure, and with what is it you want to access specifically, and what is it that you want answers for specifically. And the more you do it, the more you'll feel comfortable with it, I think. And the more you do it, the easier it will become to access that level again also. Rebecca, no, I have not meditated with my big butterfly since this book. No, I will go by and touch it and spend time with it. But I have not meditated with it since this book. So, yeah. I see, Carol. Yeah, I can see that, how that could be, cause some fear for that. So, yeah. So, there you go today. Higher vibration crystals, Devic Temple, Elestial, and Cathedral Lightbrary, and Euphoralite. Euphoralite is also expensive too, but I know a lot of you have these already, so use that. The Elestial is a little bit more affordable in some cases. They're all more expensive as far as your normal, everyday, day-to-day crystals. But what you get out of it is worth it, I have found. So thank you for joining me today. Please share this with others who might want to hear this, information, or join our group or our community. And I will start to put together a Cathedral Lightbrary experience. I think that would be fun. So let's work on that. What's coming up next Monday will be Crystal Sale Monday, because next week is the holiday, so we'll be altered schedule again. But next Wednesday we'll do a group gratitude thing for the day before Thanksgiving. And so, yeah, all right. That's it for today. Thank you for joining me, and go meditate. All right, I'll see you all soon. Have a blessed weekend, a safe weekend, and namaste. Have a great day. Thanks for being here.